Hello, very good morning, dear students. This is Dr. Lakshmi Narasimhacharilu, Professor in Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, St. Peter's Engineering College. So today I would like to continue the lecture in a transient responses. We consider the transient analysis for the following circuits, like you say that the step input, impulse input and the sinusoidal input for the RL series, RC series, RLC series and RLC parallel circuits. So this is the basic concepts required to do a lot of problems in different fields like a control systems and the DC operating point, and moreover we say that the oscillators, everywhere we use the transient responses. So the preliminary things you need to know to design and control circuits and all, right? So now used to take, this is the transient analysis of the series RLC circuit. Just to observe that this is the, we consider that a series RLC circuit as shown in the figure. So it have the circuit switch is closed at the time t equal to 0. The inductor in the circuit is initially unenergized. Just to say, and the circuit have the applied voltage V and the current passing through this I of t, and the switch is controlling there, and the resistance R and L. Just to observe that the circuit series RL circuit. So here how we are going to calculate the equation, and the so here the applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law to the circuit for the t is greater than 0. That means the after switching. That means t is greater than after switching, and which will be extended to the infinite. So therefore, already you know that the basic preliminary things in the previous lecture, how the inductance and the capacitance will be act at the three conditions t is 0 minus, t is 0 plus, and t tends to the infinitive or greater than 0. So therefore, in this connection, just to have to go through that analytical part, and you have to apply here the Kirchhoff's voltage law, and here the applied voltage, which is the V, which is the switch is closed at t equal to 0. So therefore here V minus of the current passing through the R is I of t. So therefore Ri minus L di by dt. So which is the current passing through the inductor. So therefore here which is equal to 0. So according to the Kirchhoff's voltage law, and this is the linear differential equation of the first order. So it can be solved by using of the variable separable method. So here variable separable method, just you have to take the voltage source is one side. So Vs is equal to Ri plus L dA by dt, already know that. So therefore here again you used to take the Vs minus of Ri, which is equivalent to the L dA by dt. So from that you may take that di L 1 by L dt, which is equivalent to the 1 by Vs minus Ri into di. Just you will go through that actually in integrating on both sides. Just you may take the integrating the 1 by L integral of 0 to t of 1 into dt, which is equivalent to the 1 by integral of 0 to I of t, and 1 by Vs minus Ri into of di. You say that, just you go through that. So here you observe the 1 by L of t of in between t to 0, and here the integration of the second the right hand side, just you will take so the V minus ln V minus Ri by minus R, and that in between the t to 0, and again you used to take applied that, and you will get the minus R by L into t minus 0. So therefore here minus R by L into t minus 0 in left side. Then we will take in the right hand side, just we will take ln of Vs minus of Ri of t minus ln of Vs. So now you used to take the here once you applied the t, another side you applied the 0, then you will get the results like this, and the natural logarithm of ln of Vs minus of Ri of t by Vs is equivalent to the minus R by L into t. So again you rewrite this equation, just you will take the Vs minus of Ri of t, which is equal to the Vs into of e power minus RL R by LT. So again you rewrite this equation, which is I of t you need. So therefore I of t is equal to the Vs by R into 1 minus e power minus R by L into t. So this is the RL circuit, what the resultant current passing through the RL circuit, RL transient circuit, which is exponentially increases here, which is I of t, the graph versus I of t versus t. So which is the current passing through is in growth, exponential growth, like this, the 0 to standardly increases constantly. So next you used to take here the follow these basic steps to analyze the circuit using the Laplace technique. But the Laplace technique already you know that the develop a differential equation in the time domain using the Kirchhoff's laws and the element equation, and they apply the Laplace transformation of the differential equation to put the equation in the S domain always, already know that. So the algebraically solve for the solution or the response transform. So apply the inverse Laplace transformation to produce the solution to the original differential equation described in the time domain. So using a Laplace transformation, how we are going to do the same circuit will be applied the Laplace transformation approach. So here consider a series RL circuit, already know that, which is in a figure 10.74, and the switch is closed at t equal to the 0. The inductor in the circuit is initially energized. So therefore we will apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law here to the circuit for time is t is greater than 0. So therefore used to take the applied voltage Vs, which is equal to the current passing through the resistance. So therefore Ri plus into L dA by dt, and you are going to apply the Laplace transformation. So therefore Vs by S, which is equivalent to the R of I of S plus L into S I of S minus 0. That means the initial conditions you used to take actually dA by dt, which is applied the Laplace transformation. So if you will take a differential equation, y double dash plus y dash plus some constant which is the xy is equal to 0, then you will apply the Laplace equations, which is if it is a first order equation, then you will take only dA by dt is there, then S I of S minus of I dash of S like this constant, then which is equal to the 0. So again you rewrite this equation Vs by S, which is equal to the I of S is common. So therefore R plus Ls is there. Then I of S is equivalent to the V of Vs by S into R plus Ls, and again Vs by L into of S is common here. So therefore you will get the 1 by S into of S plus RL, R by L, and again you rewrite this equation the Vs by L into of L by R, which is rewrite this equation 1 by S by 1 by S plus R by L. So therefore from this analysis, just you will take the final equation Vs by R into of 1 minus S by minus of 1 by S plus R by L. So again you need to apply the inverse Laplace transformation. So this then this is inverse Laplace transformation when you are applied, then automatically you will get the I of t is equivalent to the Vs by R into of what is the inverse Laplace of 1 by S is 1, and you will take the 1 by S plus R by L, which is the inverse Laplace transformation, which is e power minus R by L into t. So this is the equivalent Laplace transformation using for the RL circuits in the transient responses. So which is the same graph will come, whatever we have the previous, the similar way. Now you are going to take the transient response for the RC circuit. This RC circuit we will consider the series RC circuit, which is the differential approach this is, and here the switch is closed at a time t equal to 0, the capacitor is initially uncharged, and now we are going to apply here the KCL, Kirchhoff's current law here, but previously we applied Kirchhoff's voltage law. So at the time t is greater than 0. So again you used to take V minus, V is the nodal voltage, you say here, the node point is there. So V minus Vs by R, which is equal to minus C into dV by dt. And you used to take here the minus 1 by RC constant into dt, which is equal to 1 by V minus Vs into dV. Integrating on both sides, so therefore minus 1 by RC integral of 0 to t into 1 into dt is, which is equal to 0 to V of t, and which is 1 by V minus Vs into dV. So the both sides will get the integration, and you get the results, the 1 by RC into of t and minus 1 by RC into of t minus 0, and which is equal to ln of V minus Vs, which is in between the V of t to 0. And again you used to apply that instead of V, you say that V of t, and once you applied the 0, then you will get the resultant is minus t by RC is equivalent to the ln of V of t minus Vs bracket close and minus ln of V minus Vs. Then you will take, which is rewrite the equation ln of V of t minus Vs by minus Vs, which is again rewrite that equation Vs minus of V of t by Vs, which is again rewrite that, then Vs minus V of t by Vs, which is equal to e power minus t by Rc. So therefore Vs minus of V of t is equivalent to the Vs into e power minus t by Rc. Then you will take the V of t is in the left side, and it should be changed to the right side Vs. So therefore Vs is common, and we will get the results is 1 minus e power minus t by Rc. So therefore this is I is equivalent to the, again rewrite the equation just like this, Vs by R, because V of t is equal to I into R, I of t into R. So therefore again you rewrite this equation for the t is greater than 0, I is equal to Vs by R into of e power minus t by Rc into t. So this is the resultant equation for the current as well as the voltage of this circuit. So here you used to take, this is the decay, what is the exponential decay, this is the current to the time responses, and here voltage to the time response, which is from the Vc and Vr. Vc is exponential and the Vr is in decay condition, okay, with respect to the voltage. So this is about the RC circuit, and the RC circuit also will apply a Laplace transformation. So we consider that the series RC circuit as shown in the figure, the 10.124, you say that the switch is closed at t equal to 0, and you will say the capacitor initially uncharged. So therefore apply the KCL to this network. So again rewrite the equations whatever we did the previous same similar way, just you may apply the Laplace transform Laplace to this. So therefore V minus of Vs by R is equal to minus t C into dV by dt. Already know that V minus Vs is equal to the minus RC into dV by dt. So from that relates the V, instead of V you say the V of S. So therefore V of S minus Vs by S, which is equal to the minus RC into dV by dt, you say that the SV of S minus of V of 0, like that. So therefore you will get the minus RC into of SV of S. So therefore again V of S is shift to V of S minus RC into SV of S in the left side, and minus V by S is in right side. Then you will get the results is V of S into of 1 plus SCR is equivalent to the Vs by S. And again you used to take the resultant equation for this is the V of S is equal to the V of Vs by S into 1 plus SCR bracket close. Now you used to take the Vs by RC, which is common here, RC is common here. So therefore the resultant equation, which is Vs by RC into of 1 by S into S plus 1 by RC. So again you rewrite this equation which is separating, that means you say 1 by S minus of 1 by S plus 1 by RC. So again you rewrite this equation, which is the Vs into of 1 by S minus 1 by S plus 1 by RC. So therefore this is the resultant equation. V of t is equal to inverse Laplace you are applied, then you will get the V of t is equal to the Vs into of 1 by S tends to the 1, inverse Laplace. And again you used to take the inverse Laplace, already you know that 1 by s plus a is either e power minus at. So similarly you used to take here instead of a, you say that 1 by RC here. So therefore 1 minus e power minus t by RC. This is the Laplace resultant equation for the RC network, the RC transient network. So from this analysis you say that the this is the voltage relation, which is exponentially decay, already know that, and which is current, and the exponentially decay current to the time. And similarly used to take voltage to the time response, you say that the Vc, which is in a exponential, and with respect to the resistor Vr, which is a decay. So these the equations. I is equal to V by R into of e power minus 1 by RC into t, where t is greater than 0. This is about the RL and RC completed. Now we are going to talk about the RLC circuit with a differential approach. You say that, so here applied voltage is V and the current passing to the RLC circuit is I, you say that. So here they consider the RLC circuit having a resistance, inductance and capacitance are connected in series and are driven by the voltage V. Let Q be the charge on the capacitor and the current flowing through the circuit is I, already know that. So applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law, you say that, what is the Kirchhoff's voltage law? Already know that. Applied voltage, which is equal to the sum of the voltage drops across the each element. So therefore from that relation, just we have to say inductor, resistance, inductance, capacitance and the voltages are known quantities, but the current and the charge are unknown quantities. Then we know that current is the rate of electric charge flowing. So it is given by I is equal to dq by dt, already know that. So therefore from the Kirchhoff's voltage law, just we have to take this equation, which is the L dA by dt plus Q into I of t plus of 1 by C into Q of t into is equal to Vt, or otherwise you take L dA by dt. Okay, so already know that this is the Kirchhoff's voltage law resultant equation. So therefore again you rewrite that dq by dt of t, which is I of t, you say that, or you say I of t is the which is the Q of t, and the differential I dash of t, you say that. So now used to take a differentiating again I dash of t, which is equal to Q double dash of t, and you used to take L Q double dot of t plus R Q dot of t plus 1 by C, which is equal to V of t. Differentiating the above equation with respect to the t, again you used to take the L I double dot of t plus Q I dot of t plus 1 by C I dot of t, I of t, which is equal to V dash of t. So therefore used to take I dash of t is nothing but a Q double dot of t. This is because I is equal to dq by dt. Once you differentiate with respect to the t to the I, then double differentiation for the q. So similarly the same equation we replica here. The first one is with respect to the q dash, that means the first one differentiation, the differentiating the above equation, and the double differentiation will get like this: L di square by dt plus Q di by dt plus 1 by C I of t, which is equivalent to the V dash of t. Now at a time t equal to 0, V of 0 equal to 0. At the time t equal to t, V of t is equal to E naught sin omega t. In the differentiating with respect to the t, we get the V dash of t, which is equal to omega naught omega E naught cos omega t. So substitute the value of V dash of t in the above equation. So therefore L I double dash of t plus R I dot of t plus 1 by C I of t, which is equal to omega E naught cos omega t. And then let us say that the solution of this equation IP of t is equal to A sin of omega t minus phi, and if IP of t is a solution above the equation, satisfies the condition, you say that just you observe that L IP of t plus R IP of t plus 1 by C IP of t, which is equal to omega E naught cos omega naught t. So therefore here what is the IP of t? Already know that A sin of omega t minus phi, right? So therefore that equation must be satisfied. So now you used to take here L omega 2A sin of omega t minus phi, R omega A cos omega t minus phi, 1 by C A sin omega t minus phi, which is equal to omega E naught cos omega t. And similarly used to take the same equation, it should be rewrite you say that L omega 2a sin omega t minus phi plus R omega a cos omega t minus phi and 1 by c a sin omega t minus phi, which is equivalent to the omega e naught cos of omega t minus phi plus phi. It should be little bit changed. Apply the formula for the cos of a plus b and combine the similar terms, we get the 1 by cos of a plus b formula. You are going to apply that and you will get the resultant is 1 by c minus L omega square in brackets into a sin of omega t minus phi plus R omega a cos of omega t minus phi. Then you will get the resultant is omega e naught cos phi of cos omega t minus phi minus of omega e naught sin phi cos omega t minus phi. So that means this formula and the match the coefficients of the sin of omega t minus phi and the cos of omega t minus phi here. So on both sides we get the result is minus 1 by c plus 2 L omega into of a, which is equal to omega e naught sin phi and R omega a is equal to omega e naught cos phi. Now we have two equations and the two unknowns. We say that the phi and a, and by dividing the above two equations, then we will get the results is tan phi, because the two equations is there here, the above equations, which will be dividing of them. That means you say omega e naught sin phi by omega e naught cos phi, therefore which is equal to tan phi. So the minus 1 by omega c 1 by c plus 2 L omega by R omega a gets cancelled automatically here. The squaring and adding the above equation, and we will get the resultant is like this: a root over 1 minus 1 by c plus 2 L omega whole square plus R omega whole square, which is equal to omega e naught. So from this relation you say that the a is equivalent to the omega e naught by minus 1 by c plus 2 L omega whole square plus R omega whole square. So this is the resultant equation for the A. Analysis of the RLC circuit using the Laplace transformation. First we have to draw the step 1. We have the 5 steps generally. So they draw the phasor diagram for the given circuit, use the Kirchhoff's voltage law in RLC circuits and the current law in the RLC parallel circuits to form a differential equations in time domain. If they are giving a series circuits, then you will apply directly a Kirchhoff's voltage law. If it is a parallel circuit, you apply the Kirchhoff's current law nodal analysis, right? And use a Laplace transformation to convert these differential equations from time domain to the S domain automatically. For finding the unknown variables, solve these equations, and finally you have to apply the Laplace inverse transformation to convert the back equations from the S domain to the time domain equations. So this is about the RLC circuits by using of the differential equations, as well as which will be applied by the Laplace transformation, and finally you have to apply the inverse Laplace transformation to get the time domain equations. Thank you very much for keep watching this video, and subsequent topics will be covered in next lectures.